What is going on, everybody? It's Semi-Original Guy, aka Mr. Camet from Advance Wars by Web, bringing you more community replay battles. This one was sent in a little while ago. Today, we are going to be featuring the players Sayrom and Blastorion. Couple of ohms and ons here, so that's pretty cool. Now, we're going to be playing on the map Potato Paradox today. Very interesting map. I believe this is a standard match. Standard. Hopefully. I'll put it up there. I can't remember. Could be standard, could be high fun. I think it's standard. But anyways. So this is actually going to be a tier 1 battle. As you can see, one of our players here, Sayrom, has picked Von Bolt as their CO. And the other one has picked Max for their CO. So very interesting. I think we might have a very confident player here picking the Max, especially considered Max would be a tier below where Von Bolt would be. Max would be considered a tier 2 CO, incredibly powerful CO. Direct combat units get a huge firepower bonus of like 20%. Now, however, those indirect units, they do take a hit when it comes to firepower and range. So indirects, you don't really want to use those as Max at all. Not unless you're backed up into a corner, right? But if you're playing as Max, I would say the good old-fashioned Tankerino is a much better choice, all things considered. Now, our other player here, Sayrom, has decided to pick Von Bolt. Von Bolt is a very interesting CO. Covered him many times. Covered Max too many times. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about it. But Von Bolt, 10% firepower, 10% defense, and on the day-to-day, very powerful stuff. Ex Machina superpower will do an area effect missile of 3x3, doing 3 HP of damage to everything it hits, and stunning those units for an entire turn. Now, this missile will hit the greatest accumulation of wealth, I believe, on the map. So in order to prepare for that, you gotta space your units out or bait in the missile. Space or bait. Remember that, folks. Alrighty. So I'm gonna show the player profiles after this game is done because you'll see, I believe. Okay? So without further ado, we're just gonna get right into it here. Potato Paradox on the field. We got Blastion over here. Let's change the country because I'm not really a huge fan of White Nova. Unfortunately, nothing wrong with White Nova. I just don't like it. So we're not going to use it. We're going to use purple. Why? Because purple's cool. But purple's awesome. Purple is the way to go. And we are going to make purple fight. I don't know. Let's just say the penguins. Sure, why not? Everybody uses penguins, so let's just do it. All right, so we got Blastorion here with our standard infantry builds, day 1. Standard stuff, gotta get them on the field. You all know the deal. You all see the text. It's there. It's happening. You always got standard infantry builds. Now, it looks like both players are actually going for those bases. So, once again, very important. Got to get the bases right away. It looks like Blastorian's going for the early airport as well. Now, it is in range with a capture chain right here. So, not a bad plan at all. Yeah, it looks like Sayrom is doing the exact same thing. So, you can't deny that. Very important stuff. Okay, what else do we got going on? More infantry moving. All right, so Von Bolt coming in with day 4 tank from the south, which is actually considered their strong side because we have 2 bases right here, right? So important stuff. Looks like we are going to have a lot of aggression over here, more than likely. Now this map is it's pretty cool actually. I played on this map a couple times, and I always had like a lot of fun playing on it. Now, there is so many properties in the middle that there is tons and tons of fighting that can potentially happen in the middle. Now, one of the routes that I usually go on in this map is building an early transport copter and funneling one of my infantries over here to the middle right away. Start capping those properties. Now, as we all know from seeing my replays in the past, my capture game is atrocious. So doing little things like that to sort of help out my capture game, I think worked pretty well for me. Doesn't work for everybody though. You know, develop your own style, play it, own it, love it. That's the way to do it, folks. Alright, we do got Blastorian coming in with a battlecopter here. Very nice build. I don't see anything wrong with it, right? Because we get to build all three of our infantry. We get to build the battlecopter. Battlecopter will actually counter the tank. However, Sayrom comes in with an anti-air down there. It's going to negate this battlecopter completely. The battlecopter is not going to be able to head south, not going to be able to do any damage down there. Now, especially with Von Bolt's increased defense, you know, it could get a little dicey, a little choppy, you know? Might be a little dangerous. Send that in there. So I wonder if we're going to see like a bait where it goes in, pretends to go south and maybe just jot up north. I don't know. I have no idea. So it should be good. We're going to find out together though, folks. We're going to find out together. It's going to be good. Now, for those of you that don't know, or might not have actually caught on to the fact, I don't actually watch these replays before the battles start, because I like to experience it with you guys at the exact same time. And I also like surprises. So, the only thing I really check are some of the messages, and, well, obviously I see who the winner is, right? But that's neither here nor there. It's the journey going to it, not the result that everybody wants to see. Okay, so we're sitting at day 6. Okay, so we're going to bring the tank back. Not bad. Okay, so we're going to stay just out of range. Putting it in a fairly good position here, too, because we could potentially send it north. Could potentially send it over here. However, with that max battlecopter right there, little risky. And it looks like we actually did not get the anti-air unit this turn. We actually ended up building a battlecopter of our own over here from Sayrom. So, very cool stuff. It looks like we're going to be mimicking sort of the strategy up here. However, if this battlecopter decides to go down now, it is going to heavily suppress this side until the anti-air support comes out. Not sure if building a battlecopter over here right away was a great idea. However, we'll find out, because like it looks like Blastion right now, he's got 10,000 funds, so he could potentially build an anti-air up north, 2 infantry, send the anti-air up here, completely negate the battlecopter, keep this battlecopter down here, suppress this side. Could be pretty good. You know, it could be pretty good. I don't know. We'll see. We do got the comm tower now, so now Blastion there is going to be sitting at 130% firepower for his direct combat units. Very good stuff. Now, Sayrom here just capped the comm tower of their own, so now all their units are sitting at 120% firepower, which is very dangerous, especially with the 10% defense, folks. Especially with that 10% defense. Okay. So, yeah. Interesting strategy here, too. Alright, so it looks like we are going to be sending our... Sayrom's going to be sending their tank up north now. Putting it in range of the battlecopter. However, it is actually blocked off by the battlecopter of their own. So if they do go in and attack, that battlecopter is basically a sit and duck for the battlecopter first strike. And all they're really going to do is maybe do like 60% damage to a tank if they decide to attack, like maximum. I don't think that is a 70%. I think that would be a 60%, maybe even a 50% hit. Definitely not worth it at this moment. So, ooh, okay. So we do notice that we get a free hit over here on the infantry. Nothing is actually able to hit that at the moment. So that is a clean hit, a perfectly legal tackle, one might say. So nothing wrong with that. Creeping up our units up north. Keeping out of range of the battlecopter still, so nothing can really hit the battlecopter. However, Battlecopter could go up, interrupt this cap right here. No counter to it at the moment. So we'll see if that actually ends up happening here. Do build the anti-air up north. All right, cool. So we are aware of the threat of the battlecopters. Yeah, you gotta watch out for them, folks. You gotta watch out. Okay, so all right, so we're gonna interrupt a cap with an infantry. Now, are we gonna double up, or is that just gonna be a single hit? That is the question here. In my opinion, I think the single hit is probably enough. If you doubled up here, you would lose these 2 infantry. More than likely. Just because there are 3 infantry here. This infantry is over here. It would not be able to hit right away. However, we have a base right here, so it would be able to be backed up. But we are still on our strong side. So, I mean, pushing forward on your strong side is not a bad idea. But it might just be a little bit too early to tell. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know about that one, Serum. Okay, so we go in to hit this. So I wonder if it is going to be our intention to go up and interrupt with the infantry. So I think interrupting with the battlecopter might have been a good idea. I don't know. Maybe they have some sort of a plan. Okay, so they're just going to give them the city. So they're not even going to bother interrupting. So we take out an infantry. We're going to let him cap. He's already behind on funds, though, too. I don't know about that. I don't know. I think I probably would have, like, went up and interrupted with the battlecopter. Now, unless... Okay, so it is possible that maybe they want to keep the battlecopter close to the center so that it's easily front shifted from top to the bottom. But considering that you have an anti-air over here now, I don't really think that you need this battlecopter completely up north. I definitely think interrupting that cap could have been a great idea because there is no counter to it because this guy can't reach yet, right? But, you know, what do I know? Ooh. Okay, let's replay that here. Okay, so we go in for some hits. Okay. Okay. Yes. So I only have like one complaint about this sequence here. Alright, so if it was going to be our intention to actually hit the infantry with both of these units, going in with the tank first, following up with the infantry, would have secured the KO, but it would have also allowed us to have this infantry at full health, and this tank would have also been at full health. So that's the only thing with that hit right there that I think could have been a little bit better. I mean, it got the job done, but I think we definitely could have kept that guy at full health. That would have helped out a little bit more, especially because it's going to be sitting on a mountain. Full health infantry on a mountain, 140% defense. I mean, increased 40% defense, sitting at whatever. You know what I mean. Doesn't matter, okay? Lots of defense. Mountains. You love them. You love them. You got to stay on them. That's the important thing. Okay. Moving our units up and down. Capping cities all around town. Beautiful. You'll love to see it. Okay, so... yeah, our tank, or our... this guy. The battlecopter did actually move north, killed an infantry, and now they're going to be capping the city. But we could have just denied him that city in the first place. So, I think that could have been done. However, it does look like we're going to be getting the city, so maybe that was what they had planned all along. I don't know. Does anybody even think that far ahead? The answer is yes. And I'll tell you one thing. As soon as you hit, like, the, you know, mid-1000s and go higher and higher and higher, once you hit, like, 1100s and stuff, people start thinking a lot. And you're going to have to think a lot, too, if you're going to keep up with them. I'll tell you that much. Unless you're just, like, some sort of masterful savant and genius that just wins at advance words all the time. You know, you're going to have to think a lot. So, get thinking, folks. That's the way to be. No, but that was a great move. Great recovery there for sure. It does look like... Well, we'll see what it looks like at the end of the turn here. But... yeah, it's not looking too bad. Blastorion is actually going to get a couple kills here. Before units. So we're going to be sitting at 25-24 right now at the end of the first player's turn. That's not too bad. We have, like, a huge line right here. So that's, like, super neat. Nothing can actually take this out, which is very nice. Artillery is actually out of position to do any damage. So lines like this can be, like, super effective, too. Because there is no way to actually dual attack a unit to wall break it. The best that you could do is attack all the units in the wall and like damage them all, but there's no way you're going to wall break it. There is a potential that this tank right here, this tank might 100% this infantry. Not 100% sure on that, but it might. So I would watch out for that. If we did manage to do that, well, things might get a little dicey. But considering we have so many tanks backing up from Blastorion here, especially because they're max tanks, you know, I don't think you have too much to worry about. The best that Von Bolt, Serum could do right now is maybe rush this guy in, take this out, maybe do like 80% damage to the anti-air, then like move the battlecopter in and take some shots. Actually, I'd probably move the... Oh, no, because there's a guy right there. That's not going to work. Yeah. Super risky. So if you actually did go and do something like that, I don't know. Needless risk, I would say. Needless risk. But it would be nice, because it would be nice if you could get rid of the anti-air, because then your battlecopter could have free roam. However, the amount of units that you would lose in the crossfire probably wouldn't be worth it. So, don't listen to semi-original guys' advice sometimes, folks. It's perfectly fine. If you want to listen to me, great. If you don't, it's perfectly great too. You know, in my opinion, I think that you should just develop your own personal style of playing Advance Wars. Master it and make it work. That is the best way to do it. Uh-oh. Oh, I wonder if we did this on purpose. So we moved the artillery onto a city, but it's not blocked off by anything. Smells like bait. I think that's what that is. I think that is just super... I think that is just super obvious bait right there. Because, I mean, the only thing that's going to happen is if you decide to move this guy in here and take the shot, artillery is just going to back away. Battlecopter moves in. Takes out this guy. Like, that's the only thing that can happen in that scenario. And even if it doesn't happen, there's two spots here open on either side. So unless Balastian moves the entire army down here, I mean, that's still going to be open. So that's obvious bait if I've ever seen it. But it's also nice because it covers the city. So, I mean, even if it takes a little bit of damage, I mean, you're going to be able to interrupt the cap. Alright, so let's see what happens now. So we double hit an infantry on the south, go in, take a big shot on the anti-air. Very nice. 80% damage. Ow. You love to do it. Hate to have it done to you. Now, we got some nice hits on the south there, too. Considering this is our weak front, right? We managed to do quite a bit of damage here. Now, I believe Serum did front ships a couple units up here. You know, we want to defend this side. We have our HQ right here. You want to definitely defend the HQ. It's super important. But it looks like maybe that shift left the south side a little bit open to attack. Now, the artillery is only going to be able to pop this infantry. Most likely this one. Not going to be able to pop anything else. Now, if it wanted to attack, then that would mean that this tank would not actually be able to attack it. So that's a problem, right? I think that's a problem. So probably what I would say is going to happen is this guy's probably going to move back over here onto the city. This guy's going to come in and take a huge, juicy hit. And, you know, I would not doubt that for a second. That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah. That is a juicy hit. Ouch. And see, the beautiful thing about this, too. Alright, so we have this base right here. Right? 1 day of reinforcement. If anything actually comes to hit the tank, this tank is in immediate reinforcement range to hit whatever hits it. So if anything does decide to come in, they are going to lose that engagement over time. Because even if you keep funneling units in here, we have 2 bases. We're eventually just going to be able to overrun whatever is coming at us. So there's no question. There's no question. It's going to happen. Meanwhile, you have this huge threat up north that is accumulating. And it's a Von Bolt threat, folks. Von Bolt threat. You cannot just let Von Bolt stand around all willy-nilly like that. Willy-vanilly. Can't let it happen. But you can see, was a little bit open still. So we did actually go in, continue the attacks. Now, I would have more than likely wanted to see an anti-air come out of this section here. That would have at least made it so the battlecopters would not be able to just like float in there all willy-nilly, just causing havoc, right? Now, the only thing we can really do to threaten those battlecopters is to move these 2 battlecopters down, maybe form a nice little wall with these infantry. Like, move this guy here, take him out, move this guy here. Formulate your wall. Move these guys in so they're super close. You know, could be possible. But, we'll see. We're getting super close to a co-power, too. Ooh, you know what? I wonder if this is a... This might be co-power time. Yeah, I think I smell a cope. Yeah. Yeah, smell the co-power. See, I can smell that from a mile away, I swear to God. Yeah. Ooh, nice hit there. So yeah, we did pretty much almost completely cripple the south. Yeah. Rough. Ooh, and we get a nice kill over here, too. That's very nice. Ooh, we're gonna be like... We're going to have quite the substantial unit lead after this turn. Okay, we can't actually hit anything with the anti-air. Ah, that's such a shame. Such a shame. Oh well, that's unfortunate. That's okay, though. So... Okay, yeah, that was a pretty big turn. Pretty big turn, I'm not gonna lie. Lots of damage happened. Now, the only problem... We don't have any reinforcements up on the north. So we pretty much just full sent city our entire army to take out as many units as we could. So what do we have here? So Von Bolt's got an artillery, he's got 2 battlecopters, he's got a tank, a bunch of infantry. So 1, 2, 3. We are going to lose probably like 2.5 tanks here. That's what I can see happening. At least 2.5 tanks, maybe 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can't move there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. The replayer is lying to me. This was a great block with the the battlecopter there. Super nice block. Very, very effective. Now, however, the north just pushed in a little bit too far. And yeah, as we see, yeah, so we only lost 2 tanks roughly. 2 tanks. See, we could have like popped this, pop this, move this here, pop that, pop this guy. Move this over here, pop this over here, and I think we could still get the interrupt. Yeah, I think we might have been able to do a little bit more damage on some of the tanks, but all in all, solid counterattack to what just happened. Not really too many complaints with that, for sure. No, that was a great counterattack. Okay. So, it does look like Blastorion Max. You know, we managed to cap a couple more properties. We're only down by 1k funds now. We are still ahead on the units, and we are still just blasting into the front lines. Not really letting the attack that just happened really worry us too much. However, the one thing that we do need to start worrying about here is the looming threat of danger that is Ex Machina, because it's almost charged. Ah! It's like only 8,000 away, like less than 8,000, and then Ex Machina is here. That's 90,000 battle damage accumulated over the course of the game, and it is going to be devastating. Because at this point, I mean, even a couple sacks of units could get it. Now, I am a huge fan of sacking my units. But it's not always the best thing to do. But sometimes you can catch your opponent off guard by doing stuff like that. So, you know, I wouldn't say no. That is a great Ex Machina there. Now, it is possible that maybe Seiron was checking the move planner to see where the missile would have hit that turn. That is entirely possible. Entirely possible. So, one thing that you can do, if you are Von Bolt or Rachel or Sturm, any of those guys, right? What you can do is you can open up the move planner. You can take a look. You can select your army, you can select your CO, then you can click Show Missile Target. Yes, I know, it's crazy. But you can click that and you'll see where your missile hits. But then you can manipulate the map a little bit and see what would happen is if you, like, you know, attacked A unit here and X unit over here and did this much damage to this guy. Manipulating the board to see if you can actually get the missile to land where you want it to hit, instead of where it's going to hit. I know, it can be crazy, but honestly, can completely turn the tide of a battle if you do it that way. So, if you're ever playing as one of those characters and you haven't used the move planner function for at least that purpose, you should probably try, because it's very, very good. Very good. Ooh, double hit on the battlecopter to finish that unit off. And it looks like... Okay, we are going to pass it off to Max. A little bit too quick on the draw there by me, but yes. Yes. Okay, so these units down here are not going to be having a good day, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, so last one of the battlecopters. Oh no, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Wonderful. Okay, so that's pretty much all we could hit. So not a bad idea. Rush it in there. Take a big hit. Is there a way? No, that guy already moved. Okay, never mind. I was trying to think if that guy could, like, you know, swoop around here and hit this guy here, but no, it can't. Can't happen. It's already happened. Nothing else is happening. Okay. Solid moves. Not too bad. Just full Sensi yeeting this unit over here to do 2 damage. Not really the best idea. No, this is something I'm guilty of. Okay, I do this occasionally. You know, I send my guy all the way to the back just to do a little bit of chip damage to a guy, and I'm like, you don't need him anyways. It's like, no. Every single injured unit can do something for you instead of just getting killed. You know, they can be blockers, they could be blockers, they could block things. You could potentially block something with it. And, yeah, you can finish something off, too. So, yeah. Always a use for every single unit on the field, no matter how much HP it has. Triple tanks. That's what you like to see is max. Triple tanks. Now, we are still, like, vastly ahead on units, too. So, 28 to 20, we have done tons and tons of damage. Now, however, we do have a lot of injured units. So, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these guys, at least one of them is sitting duck. 5, 6. So, yeah, we can pretty much take 6 off of the equation right now, because that is definitely going to happen. 1, 2. Ooh, went in for the attacks, did not do any damage. You hate to see it. That's the 10% defense coming in to play right there. 100%. I was pretty close. What did I say? Like 6? And that was like, what, 6? Yeah, sure. Good enough. It wasn't the units that I thought. It was mostly the units I thought, but a couple different ones. A couple different ones. Every once in a while, a couple different ones popping up. And that's okay. Oh, we just can't finish off any of the battlecopters. It's such a shame. Oh, boy. See, and I think that comes down to a little bit of a luck roll, too, with some of those. And that's, like, the biggest drawback of being, like, a really, really aggressive player that plays a little bit based on luck. It's like, you know, if the luck does not go in your favor, well, it's just not a good day. Not a good day at all, unfortunately. Yeah. Luck be damned sometimes, folks. Luck be damned. Alright, so it does look like Serum now is actually picking up a little bit of ground. Blastorian's only 6 units ahead now. And Serum is still sitting at that 20. So, we'll see if they can actually do something to recover here, because it does look like we are taking out battlecopters. That is okay. Finishing off injured tanks. And mostly just doing a lot of chip damage. Well, not chip damage, but taking out... Doing a lot of final hits. That's the word I'm looking for. Final hit and KOing a lot of the injured units that have been sitting around for a while. Units are just rushing forward now. Ooh, it looks like the south has been repelled back. So it does look like Von Bolt Serum has secured the south once again. Now it is a matter of who can actually secure the north here, because Serum is going to be fighting into that north section, which is the strong front of Blastorium. So we'll see if maybe they can actually recover after that one-way trip to Full Send City there. Is possible that they could. Now, that's a lot of like units rushing forward still. I don't know. I probably would have been a little bit more conservative with some of those hits. However, now doing it this way, it does actually make it so Serum has to make a choice of either attacking the units or interrupting the captures. So, not like a terrible plan at all. I do see exactly what they're attempting to do here, which is very nice. It's not too bad. And Blastion has actually joined the Fine Gentleman's Club. Classy gentlemen build medium tanks. That's the way to do it. And especially because it's a max medium tank. I mean, that's going to be some effective stuff. I don't think it's going to be able to one-shot any of the tanks, but it's going to be able to do a lot of damage. Now, that's mostly just because of the defense. But those tanks that Max did send forward in the south, it does look like they have been taken out. One cap has been interrupted. 2 caps interrupted. And we have a whole lot of units pushing forward now. And it looks like... it does look like Serum has actually closed the gap. They are now ahead in unit count. But we do have a max blast, which is the super co-power from Max. Now, we'll see what can happen here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's full movement from the medium tank. Very nice. It looks like... Oh, are we going to be going in for an HQ? An HQ. Oh, is this going to be possible? I don't know. Maybe. Ooh. Ooh. Huh. Okay, so it looks like this is good. I think this might be the last-ditch effort here. So we are going in for an HQ cap. Wow. Can any... Ooh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So... Oh. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, let's just go ahead and see what actually happens. Because I'm trying to wrap my head around this. I'm trying to think. Is there a way that this doesn't work? And I think there is. But okay. I have a thought. If this is going to be an Ex Machina that actually stops this cap, then what I very much think should have definitely happened was this medium tank needed to sit right here, Neo tank be built, absorb the Ex Machina. Now let's see let's see if Serum actually figures out a way how to break this, okay? Because I'm like super curious. I'm super curious to see what happens here. Yeah, we're sacking units. We're going for the Ex Machina. Does it hit? Oh, oh my god. That is brutal. Brutal. No. Blastorion. Oh my god, no. That is like the worst thing that could possibly happen. Oh no. Oh my god. You know what? No. That's so unfortunate. Because I'm going to tell you, I swear to god, if this medium tank was sitting right here, the Ex Machina would have hit right there. It would have. Hands down. That's so much money. That is way more money than this up here. Oh man, that is... Oh, shoot. Shoot. Okay. That's so unfortunate, man. Oh god. To see that again. Oh my god. This is like the most clutch Ex Machina I have ever seen in my life. There's no way the Serum would have been able to break this without that Ex Machina. Like, I swear to god. Like, no, it's just impossible. Because we like one... Okay, we could like hit this with the tank, right? We could like double hit this. We could pop this tank. Could like hit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could hit that. Could hit that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it would have been impossible. It would have been impossible if we had just put the medium tank there. But then we get hit by the Ex Machina, and that is just... That was definitely a last-ditch effort. I swear to God. Yeah, that's the resign right there. That is so unfortunate. Wow. So, I'm going to go ahead and put the player profiles up now so you can take a look at this one. And as we see, somebody is on a little bit of a winning streak here. So, very, very impressive. Very, very good win streak, but I swear, Blastoron, you were like this close, and that is like just amazing. That was, the plan was foolproof. I swear to God. Like, that was a great plan, perfectly, almost like 90% perfectly executed. The only thing we needed to do was just ensure that the Ex Machina was baited over here. That's all we had to do. So you had the perfect plan, just the only thing, like I said, the only thing is just over there. So that was just unfortunate. Wow. No, that was a crazy battle. Crazy battle. Blastonia played fantastic. I love to watch that game. The aggression was real. The aggression was real, my friend. I swear to God. That was fantastic. But that's really kind of like what you have to do against a Von Bolt player. You cannot just sit there and let them build up their forces. You have to hit them, and you have to hit them hard, and you have to fast. Now, Max is actually a good CO for doing that because he is the king of just getting in there and kicking the crud out of people. That's what he does. He's Max. That's why he's got the muscles. But no, that was a fantastic match. This one was sent in by Serum. Thank you very much for the submission. Thoroughly enjoyed that match. Fantastic battle. Congratulations to both players. Wonderful. And congratulations on the win. Hopefully you continue to do great in Advance Wars by Web. Blastoria, I wish you the best too. Good luck in your future matches. Now, if anybody else has a replay they would like me to look over and commentate on the channel, feel free to send me a replay link or a game link on Advance Wars by Web. My name is Mr. Cannon on Advance Wars by Web. That is MR_CANNON. Send me a link and I will take a look at it, and you might be featured on the channel. But for now, make sure to join Advance Wars by Web. Today I will put a link in the description below so you can play with people around the world. Play Advance Wars, it's fantastic. The Advance Wars Reboot Camp is coming out very, very soon. So make sure to get your practice in now so when you play, it'll be fantastic. And I will leave a link in the description below for the Advance Wars by Web Discord as well as my Discord if you wanted to join it. Perfectly fine. Hopefully you do, and I'll see you there. Say hi. It'll be a great time. In the meantime, folks, you know, just have yourself a fantastic day. And Semi Original Guy out. Bye-bye for now.